He's a smart lawyer.
Gotcha.
I love smart lawyers.
Yeah.
That's why Nick and I didn't get along. A thing happened today.
What happened?
That I was a part of.
Yeah.
I mentioned I don't know if you saw it today.
I did not.
Okay, you've been working all day. You haven't seen this. The Judge Stephen Wenzel in Candy, Ohio County, made a ruling on Nick Rekieta's his motion to get a Franks hearing to see if he can get his warrant thrown out.
Frank the Frowner? What's a Franks hearing?
Just a Franks hearing. Just hey, do me a favor.
Okay.
If you don't know, just don't know. I think Dustin with 199 says, Aaron, tell Matt to shut up. So Nick has his big drug arrest, and, he's going through that whole process now. And, my attitude on the whole thing has very much been there, but for the grace of God, go I.
Mm-hmm.
And now, this case that we're about to talk about has nothing to do with if you're a bit cynical, you would say the two are related to each other in a very big way. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Other people have.
Yeah.
I certainly am not. Nick has his case with second-degree felony drug charge and then a couple of gross misdemeanors tacked on for the child stuff, which I'm surprised. I would like to talk to Sean or somebody about whether or not that kid testing positive for cocaine is ever going to elevate that child endangerment charge or bring with it a new charge, because we haven't gotten anything for that. So that's interesting. I'd like to ask Sean about that, but obviously I'm doing something at the moment. Weird. So Nick has his case, and at his omnibussing, now at my omnibussing, I just said, not guilty, let's move on to the next phase. I got no search warrants, nothing like that. It's not very complicated.
Yeah.
So Nick has this search warrant where they found drugs and guns, and they tested his kid's hair, and there was in one of his kid's hair, and there's ketamine and unknown brown substance and just all kinds of shit that you don't want found in your house by police.
Yeah.
So if he can get this warrant thrown out, the whole thing goes away.
Right.
Poof, it's gone. So in being fair, you would say, why not give it a shot to get rid of that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem.
Okay.
The warrant, and I'm going to steal this from Kurt from Uncivil Law, the warrant is unattackable.
Oh.
The warrant has about 4 or 5 sources that each one on their own could give them a search warrant to the house.
Oh, okay.
And you take away 1 or 2, you still got the other 2. You take away 3, you still got the other one. But, hey, throw up a Hail Mary pass. Sometimes Drew Pearson pushes down the Vikings corner, catches it, and the Cowboys win.
Yeah.
So he goes and he tries to get what's called a Franks hearing. That is where you can challenge. You can basically, you have to find that one of the people in the warrant lied to get the warrant in a way that was material to the case and material to the warrant.
Okay.
And then you get a hearing to find out if that's the case, and then you can get the warrant thrown out. So there's 2 steps to this.
Okay.
There's 2 steps to the Franks hearing.
Yes.
One is filing a motion showing that you believe there is reason to believe that there were lies that helped this search warrant happen, that without those lies, the search warrant doesn't happen. Okay? Then you get a hearing. Nick was on step 1. Step 1 is the motion. Step 2 is the hearing.
Yes.
On step 1, the state comes in and responds to him and says, this guy's full of shit. Okay. So the state comes in and goes, this guy's off his rocker. He's full of shit. Our warrant's fine.
Yeah.
The judge ruled today.
Yeah.
And he did not rule in Nick's favor.
Weird.
Yes.
Really weird.
Not only that. This judge apparently had to go back. The way it sounds in his decision.
Yeah.
The judge had to go back and watch all 4 hours of Nick's, what they call the Coke stream, where he had the nose and the whole thing. Which might be embarrassing enough. But a couple days ago, we found out that the judge in Nick's defamation lawsuit in Candy, Ohio County recused herself.
Okay.
And she's the same judge in April's criminal case. And she recused herself from April's case.
Oh.
The word on the street, and this is pure internet conjecture, but it makes sense, is that because this judge had to go and watch that 4-hour stream, he saw where Nick was and trashing the shit out of that female judge, because you'll remember Nick got handed an L in his defamation case that night, and he drank and did coke. And he just went off the reservation. That was the stream.
Mm-hmm.
That judge has now recused herself in 2 cases connected to this one.
Oh.
Word on the street is Judge Wenzel had to watch the stream, and then he's obligated to tell that judge, yeah, this guy said that you're a bitch and you've got liquor coming out of your and all this other shit that Nick said about this judge. And it makes, like, the timeline makes sense that he had to tell this judge about this, and now a couple days ago, this judge recuses herself, like washes her hands of everything Nick Rekieta.
Oh.
And Nick Rekieta adjacent. So that is a very interesting.
So it gets appointed to another judge then?
It'll probably go to this
one.
Wenzel guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So now
it doesn't go away at all.
So now poor Wenzel has to handle all of this shit. Because I don't know how there can't be that many judges in Candy, Ojai County.
No.
So you're gonna this Wenzel he's probably watching that stream and he goes, fuck, I just inherited all of this shit now. Because she probably shouldn't hear their cases, because then they could try to claim later that, oh, she's biased because we called her,
Or maybe don't run your mouth and piss off your judge, and it's on you.
Maybe, but then again, if the judges all have to leave, if you say dumb shit about them, just go off saying dumb shit about every judge.
Well,
they all have to recuse themselves.
Well, eventually you're going to get to a judge that's just going to be, you know what?
Yeah.
We're doing it.
I'll hear the case.
Maybe it's a Wenzel.
Eventually, you're just going to have to go to Judge Judy. That's just going to be the way.
She ain't having any of this bullshit. She wouldn't be
Judge Judy? Oh, she'd love this case. She'd love it.
She'd love it.
Because you have to prove that the detective lied to get the warrant.
Yeah.
One of the lies they accused the detective of telling is that Nick and I had a falling out. Nick said, nuh-uh, it was way worse than that. Falling out is a general term that just describes we don't get along anymore.
Right. An event happened. You guys are done with each other.
All right. So we have the state of Minnesota versus Nicholas Robert Rekieta. Blah, 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 child endangerment. Like you said, you're going to get the, what do you call it? The layman's. Like, we're going to do a lot of blah, blah, blah and just kind of skimming through.
Yep.
Till we get to the meat and potatoes. So, second-degree controlled substance possession, felony, possession of a firearm by an ineligible person, gross misdemeanor, child endangerment, gross misdemeanor. So,
here's the inmate number of your whore wife that's some other dude. Thoughts? Audience? Thoughts? Any super chatters out there want to talk about this guy getting ambushed by the fact that his wife is banging a fiend? Anybody? Oh, we got $10 from Will Heron. It says, ha 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 ha. How's that hot tub stream hitting you now, buddy?
Her inmate number. This is, and the county jail number. Wow.